Thank you, Chair. And welcome the ministers in here today and their officials. It's ironic when this meeting was on today that Uireachtas Éireann came back with an update to me at 12:23 today. Isn't it amazing when there's a housing committee and they have the ministers in front of us that they can come back with an update for us? Now, we'll just go back to one of our ministers, and I'm going to go back from County Limerick. I understand there's a lot of work going on in Limerick City. There's a lot of houses being built, and I welcome that. But I represent the county of Limerick. So you were down in Limerick yourself recently, and we visited a couple of sites where you were announcing houses in different areas. And we went to hospital, and it showed that there was 5 existing new houses connected to an on-site sewer. Now, I'm going to start you in Askeaton. 38 years ago, one of your own councillors asked you to look at the upgrading of Askeaton. 38 years ago. He's now retiring, he's not running again, and you still haven't it done. And this is the update now from Uireachtas Éireann, from the government, that they're hoping to look at an investment period of between 2025 and 29. 38 years, and now you're gone between 25 and 29 with this one. We'll now go to Oola. Again, I've been on to you about Oola and the infrastructure in Oola. And I'm delighted to see now that they're going looking at the infrastructure in Oola. And they're saying that by the end of 24, that they will have upgraded the system that will allow for a small bit of capacity. Not a lot, but a small bit of capacity. I also welcome that. But this is 2024. A lot of the projects that you've named here at the moment are ones that are starting now. I can't go to any developer in any of these areas at the moment on a promise and meet the timelines of the funding that you've given, which I welcome to the areas that can do it, but to the areas that can't do it, it's not worth the paper it's written onto us, because no council, no developer, or no landowner can actually do this in the timeline that you've given. I have Kilfinnan, 25 to 26, which is outside your remit again. All these are all dated 24, 25, up to 2030. This is a housing for all programme that you have said. The LDA are city-based. They're not for rural areas. They're not for the towns and villages. But the 2030 in Limerick are. And they could actually produce one if we had infrastructure. But none of the infrastructure is there at the moment. And all your funding that's there is worthless to us, because of the infrastructure we can't build. We can build housing in Kilmallock, we can build some in Croom. And Croom again, they're just after doing a survey recently, when they put in the new road and the new section road, I asked them, was the capacity on the existing sewerage system big enough to take the expansion of Croom? And they told me it was. I begged to differ with them and I said it's not. Now they're coming back, after they've got funding, they say, oh, by the way, we must do another survey on the sewerage system in Croom, to say that it only has 300 odd, can take 300 odd people in this system. We have 46 houses in one development. We have 26 in another development. We have a nursing home that's waiting to be built, 20 elderly living houses, an extension of the hospital, a new school that was connected. And again, now they're going back to say that we're now going to make this developer-led, that we're going to go back and ask the developers to pay us to do a survey on a system that they've already told you was adequate for the expansion of Croom. The water supply for these new houses in Croom, which I told you I could deliver if the infrastructure was there, they've told us that this was going to be first in here in committee. On the record, they told us it would have been started within 3 months. That's a year and a half ago. Now they're coming back to say it will be started in the third quarter in this year, 2023, and it will be completed sometime in 2024. Again, give me the infrastructure and I'll rebuild Limerick for you. I'll give you all the praise in the world and I'll thank you for it, but I'm not going to thank you on empty promises that you're not delivering for us. I've gone back to 38 years to a council that's now retiring. And now I'm coming forward to dates going from 24 to 2030 that you said you're going to invest in. This is a housing for all. We can deliver it. Now I do recognise that the system that you've put up today for the funding against the fees, I do recognise that. And I appreciate that it will help some bit. But again, if I want to give a large amount of houses for the protection, it's not only of the people that want to live there. The infrastructure will give me businesses that will become sustainable. If I go to a bank tomorrow morning looking for a loan that I want to improve my business in a locality, in any town or village in Ireland, the first thing they'll ask me is the 5-year projections. They'll ask me, how many more people are coming here? I'll say none. Why? The government haven't given us the funding yet to upgrade the sewerage, so we're 4 or 5 years away. So you're actually killing rural Ireland by not investing in it. Also in Kilbehenny, we're meeting on Friday night. They're caught between Cork and Mallow, or Cork and Limerick, on a sewerage system. Raw sewerage going straight into the waterworks. And it's not included in the Ishkaren's list. What I want to question, and the one question I have for you, Minister, is when are you going to give outside of Ishkaren to the local authorities and give me a list of names of all the ones I've been asking you for? When are you going to give the investment to local authorities that they can get it done outside Ishkaren? Because Ishkaren are not capable of doing the work. I want to know when you're going to deliver for rural Ireland.
Sure. Thanks, Deputy. And in the time remaining, look, you've outlined the deficiencies, and there are, no question. We've €6 billion in capital being invested through Ishka right the way across the country. I was in, I know, Athlone, €114 million plan start. Arklon, going straight to Limerick now, right? I brought forward a €50 million unserved villages fund. We're asked each local authority to submit to us schemes where they own the land and they've gone through Part 8, and we will go and basically tender and procure those works, and when the works are done, hand it over to Ishka. I'm awaiting a submission on that, which I expect to have next week, hopefully, and I will be making announcements on it. I wanted to do it before Easter. We weren't in a position to do it, and that's another stream of delivery, because I think like I visited Shannonvale in Cork, like I was in Patrick's Well with yourself, as you know, where we're seeing, fantastic new developments happening there, and you have, to be fair, acknowledged where things are happening. Croom and other places where there are pinch points too. We're never going to fix it over a year or two, but we've a multi-annual capital plan with Ishka that they didn't have before. But I will be making announcements in relation to what we call the unserved villages in the next week or so. I was expecting the submission last week, I didn't receive it, but it's something that is to the forefront of my mind, in particular Askeaton. I know that councillor has given sterling service over the years as well, and who has championed this issue in particular. But there are 800 settlements across the country with no wastewater treatment to speak of at all. That shows you the scale of the issue, and I know you know that. But we are making progress, but I expect to make announcements literally in the next week or so. All right, and I'll keep you fully informed of that.
Thank you.